Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, site of the 1996 Olympic Games, Center Parc Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, taking on another team from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on it.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap. This defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
Now they'll run the draw. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Line gets set, first down. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Plows through the defense. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Chanticleers have their offense in high gear. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
They'll run it from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Basco. Quickly complete. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Chanticleers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. It's a draw. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're setting up the screen. Just steamrolling his way through. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Taylor. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. Now from inside the red zone. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Georgia State's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Here comes the offense on first down. To the air, it's Vasco. And they got him for the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. He wants to throw here on second down. Gets it out quickly. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Firing to the right, complete. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the shot to clears decide to punt it away. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Atlanta. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park Stadium.
The shot that clears will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, then get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Got his man in the middle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Comes out throwing on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Scanning the field, it's Vasco. Coming after him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Wide open downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Chanticleers look to keep this drive humming. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They'll throw it on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Coastal Carolina!
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Carolina, 14, Georgia State, 0.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Georgia State jumps back to the line.
29-yard line. Third down coming up.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He's looking for a man on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Throwing right. Fires into traffic. Intercepted.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They'll go to the ground. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On the move, it's Washington. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
It's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you can possibly do.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hauls it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. He's going to pass. Using the quick game. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. He looks that one in nicely. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Going up top on 1st down. Unloads it left. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. This is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating, too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been